The role of the artist is to make the revolution irresistible. Hey y'all, my name is Marla Lou, but my full name, government name by Port-au-Prince, Haiti, is Marla Alexandre Louis Saint. And I was raised here in the city, New York City. I am a Broadway performer turned model, turned creative director and writer, and I'm sure I'll probably be adding a couple different hats from here on out because creating is part of my purpose. I am 23, living here, living large, trying to change the world with my nonprofit, Claim Our Space Now. The mission is to embolden urgent action to dismantle white supremacy and save all Black lives. That lofty statement is something that we make actionable by making sure that we have programs and initiatives that directly impact in the community. And I knew that I wanted to make a space, in a safe space, accessible to all, because immigrant communities, deaf Black communities, disabled communities, LGBTQ plus communities have not been a part of the conversation in terms of saving Black lives. Our initiative to save Black trans lives was started with our Pride rally, Pride Saturday this last year. It was a beautiful day from the rally to our march from Times Square to Sheridan Square, really claiming space for our Black trans siblings, especially our Black trans sisters, and claim our coin. We're gonna have to trademark that because we're claiming coin for the Black community, and we want to elevate businesses and truly redistribute the power back into the community. Our Claim the Vote initiative, we were able to re-educate our communities, both within New York, we had a pilot program there, and then with our partners at Headcount and GLAD, we were able to make original resources in many different languages because, again, accessibility is at the core of our mission. And we were able to really educate and galvanize our communities to get registered and also counted in the census. And we're able to bring $100,000 into the community. And we are here to make sure we claim our birthright openly, visibly, because we're not going nowhere. Claim our space, because we won't be erased.
Peace. I'm Lamray, a 29-year-old Black trans man, educator, and freelance creator, originally from Pittsburgh, PA, but have been living and working in Philadelphia for a little over a decade. Even now, I hardly see any Black trans men in creative, medical, and intellectual spaces, but I'm here to change that. I've often been shut out from many opportunities to grow, network, learn, and create because people didn't want to take the time to understand my journey. My Black community often invalidates my experience, and my LGBTQ community often erases it. That's why I make it a mission to amplify Black trans masculine voices. That's why it's important for me to show LGBTQ youth that they belong, are worthy of existing, and that they can manifest any dream into a reality. As an educator, I brought art programs to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia public schools, where I taught middle school and high school students how to write and produce their own music, plus storyboard, film, and edit their own videos. I produce documentaries about the Black experience in the world that are often used in collegiate courses. I volunteer in the neighborhood gardens to teach more Black people sustainability, nutrition, and gardening. As a creator, I help create content and branding elements for queer independent artists and minority-owned businesses. Right now, my team Taste Creators and I are in the process of building an LGBTQ-friendly studio and visual lab. We're doing all the work ourselves, but we'll have an inclusive creative space in Philadelphia. My best friend and I also started a lifestyle brand that marries Black economics and fiscal education. Our brand, Side Money, designs merchandise and programming aimed to close the Black-white wealth gap, and that teaches about the Black dollar, American economics, financial responsibility, and budgeting for young adults of color. Because all Black lives matter, and we have to support all of us, not just the ones we pick and choose.
I stand on the shoulders of great ancestors who didn't hold back. My name is Celina. I am 34 years old, and I was born, raised, and still reside in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. I use my skills as a macro social worker to be the best community organizer, change agent, and the best culture preservationist I can be. I believe that is my calling, what I have been put here to do. I am a founding member and chairperson of Ocean Hill Brownsville Coalition of Young Professionals. We are a nonprofit that is Black-led, volunteer, and membership-based. We are community members pushing back against brain drain and making intentional investments in our community so that we can ensure our community remains a viable place to work, live, and socialize. Part of our work is to facilitate programming that addresses issues of health, education, youth development, economic, and environmental justice. We formed the Brownsville Residents Green Committee and waged an environmental justice campaign to demand they stop poisoning our air, our water, and land. In 2020, my org, along with others, came together to push back against National Grid, who is illegally bringing fracked gas and pipeline expansions into our community. Professionally, I organize too. I mobilize and I build power to end homelessness. Almost 90% of homeless New Yorkers identify as Black and or brown. Each and every day, I am mobilizing or lobbying or providing political education to those directly impacted by homelessness, because housing is a human right for all, and I mean all. I do this work humbly and hope that it can educate, stimulate, agitate, and activate the Black community to inspire the radical imagination of others and to be able to build the world and the society that we all deserve as Black people here in America.